watching Vnews Bulletin. I'm Bang from another headlines as usual. President hosts former Special Ambassador for Vietnam, Japan. Prime Minister chairs conference with trade officers. And later on, 10 Vietnamese named among world's best scientists. President Nguyễn Xuân Phúc received former Special Ambassador for Vietnam, Japan, Sugi Ryotaro, in Hanoi on August 19th. The state leader thanked the former Special Ambassador for his active contribution to the relations between two countries of the past 30 years, particularly through the organization of major cultural exchanges. The former Special Ambassador expressed his wish to work to promote Vietnam-Japan cooperation in healthcare and crime prevention and control. President Phuc appreciated the suggestion of the former Special Ambassador. He asked Vietnamese ministries and sectors to coordinate with the Japanese embassy in planning practical cooperative activities matching the Vietnam-Japan extensive strategic partnership. The president said he hopes the former Special Ambassador will continue to propose initiatives and activities to strengthen the friendship and mutual understanding between two peoples. Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính on August 19th chaired a hybrid meeting with the Ministry of Industry and Trade and Vietnam's trade officers abroad. Speaking at the conference, Prime Minister Chính said that in the coming time, the situation in the world and the region will continue to see rapid, complicated and unpredictable developments. Major markets of Vietnam will be affected by inflation, affecting import and export activities. According to the Prime Minister, the purpose of this conference is to discuss, identify difficulties and propose solutions to improve the effectiveness of the trade officers, among others. The final goal is to develop and diversify Vietnam's export markets, meeting the requirements and tasks in the new situation. Prime Minister Chính asked trade officers focus on analyzing the situation and policies of the host countries, thereby proposing specific measures to have Vietnamese functional agencies and enterprises to expand markets and diversify supply chains. The report of the Ministry of Industry and Trade delivered at the conference said that in the past time, the system of trade officers abroad has made great efforts to perform the function of representing and protecting national interests in the field of economy and trade, and at the same time promoting the expansion of foreign markets for Vietnamese export. Vietnam is now ranked 7th and 5th worldwide in terms of tea production and exports, respectively. Vietnam now has 123,000 hectares under tea trees, capable of producing more than 1 million tons of fresh tea buds. Vietnamese tea products are exported to 74 countries and territories, including Pakistan, China, Russia, and Indonesia. The shipments to China account for 15% of the country's total export volume. In the first 6 months of this year, Vietnam shipped abroad 54,000 tons of tea, down 6.4% compared to the same period last year. The country has over 170 tea varieties, with local production areas moving toward organic farming for sustainable growth and meeting the market demand. Vietnam's visa policy should be more open to lure international tourists, insiders have said.
According to the Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism, although Vietnam has offered unilateral visa exemption and e-visas, the policy is not competitive enough, as the 15-day visa exemption has yet to satisfy the need of visitors from such markets as Europe, North America, and Australia, who often stay from 3 to 4 weeks in Vietnam. Experts said Vietnam should expand the list of countries and territories qualified for visa exemption and e-visa and restore visa granting at border gates. They suggested simplified visa procedures for visitors who get infected with COVID-19 during their stay in Vietnam and undergo treatment in the Southeast Asian nation. The official proposed extending visa-free stay from current 15 to 30 days to attract more tourists. Apart from the visa policy, a national communication strategy and a contingent of trained personnel are needed for the domestic tourism sector. The Ministry of Public Security said it granted e-visas to citizens from 80 countries and territories and offered visas exemption to travelers from 25 others.
Mexico has risen from the fourth in 2021 to become the third largest shellfish export market of Vietnam, only after China and the US.
According to the Vietnam Association of Seafood Exporters and Producers, in the first 7 months of this year, shellfish exports to Mexico grew by 73%, reaching $73.5 million and accounting for 4.5% of Vietnam's total turnover. Over 90% of shellfish shipped to the market were frozen fillets. The association said, with the advantage of competitive prices, plus preferential tax benefits under the Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership, Vietnamese seafood remains a good choice for Mexican importers. In the first half of this year, 30 Vietnamese seafood enterprises exported shellfish to Mexico. The association forecasts that shellfish exports will rake in some $125 million from Mexico this year, up 80% year-on-year.
An international fire safety and rescue, security, smart building technology and equipment exhibition is taking place in Ho Chi Minh City. The 3-day event will run until August 20th. This exhibition comprises 320 booths of over 250 units from 21 countries and territories, including the UK, India, mainland China, Australia, and the US. The event introduces advanced products and technologies in the field of firefighting, security, safety, prevention and rescue, and equipment used in industrial zones, roads, banks, buildings, and smart houses. It offers an opportunity to strengthen international cooperation and share experiences and technology transfer in the field of firefighting and rescue. It is expected to have the state's functional units in the field of security, safety, firefighting, and local enterprises learn about advanced technologies and products while assessing potential partners. 10 Vietnamese working in the country have been listed among the world's best scientists by Research.com, a reputable scientist ranking website. The 10 scientists named in the ranking specialized in 6 areas: engineering and technology, computer science, environmental science, materials science, mechanical and aerospace engineering, and community health. The ranking is based on discipline age index, which includes papers and citation values for an examined discipline. It analyzed the data of 166,880 scientists in 20 areas on Microsoft Academic Graph. In 2021, 5 Vietnamese were named in the list of the world's top 10,000 scientists released by the US PLOS Biology Journal. A photo exhibition spotlighting the life and revolutionary career of President Ho Chi Minh is underway in the Mekong Delta city of Cần Thơ. Now let's take a look.
The exhibition exhibits 50 photos telling the story about the late president's revolutionary career, his great contributions to the revolutionary cause of the party and the nation, and to the struggle of countries worldwide for peace, national independence, democracy, and social progress. A thematic exhibition introducing over 200 images, documents, and artifacts featuring the art of shaping and decorating lotus motifs on artifacts on various materials such as ceramic, wood, matter, and fabric, opened in the framework of the event. These exhibitions are part of a series of events to celebrate the 77th anniversary of the August Revolution, August the 19th, and National Day, September the 2nd. The exhibitions will last until September the 13th and December the 5th, 2022, respectively.
A group of experts from the UNESCO had a meeting with leaders of the northern province of Cao Bang on the re-verification of the title of the non-nuke Cao Bang Global Geopark.
The team advised Cao Bang province to strengthen educational activities on the geopark, particularly among students, mobilize the community's engagement in developing the site and explanations about the park in local ethnic languages on information boards erected in the park, and pay greater attention to the protection of biodiversity in the area. They also asked for Cao Bang's coordination in preparing documents to apply for hosting the Asia-Pacific Geopark Network Symposium in 2024. Earlier, the UNESCO working group made field trips to districts in the east, north, and west of Cao Bang. Located in the north of Vietnam, 300 kilometers from Hanoi, non nước Cao Bang has been recognized as a UNESCO Global Geopark, becoming the second of its kind in Vietnam. The Geopark is a land of tangible and intangible cultural heritage sites and special historical monuments. The area is also well known for its high biological diversity, with abundant endemic plant and animal species and ecosystems.
A documentary entitled Long Time Passing, featuring a victim of Agent Orange AO living in Vietnam, will be available in theaters in Tokyo from August 20th. The film by Japanese director Masako Sakata depicts the daily life of Chen Thị-Hoan, a young woman born without legs and one of her hands, as her mother had been exposed to the toxic chemical in her field during her pregnancy. It also features the difficulty of many other Agent Orange AO victims and a court battle in France by a former journalist against U.S. chemical firms that manufacture AO used in the war. Sakata went to Vietnam in 2004 to learn about the consequences of the toxic chemical and made the first film on the matter. Her husband died nearly 2 decades ago as the result of his exposure to the AO during military service in Vietnam. Sakata has made 2 documentaries on AO, My Personal Requiem in 2007 and Living in the Silent Spring in 2011, which have been shown in many countries such as the US, France, Japan, and Canada. In 2017, he received a Friendship Order from the President in recognition of her contribution to the movement of action for the victims of Agent Orange in Vietnam. A secondary school in the Central Highlands has opened classes teaching students how to play gongs in a bid to preserve and promote one of the most recognized cultural features of the region.
The Lý Thường Kiệt School in Đắk Nông province has added Gong Classes to its curriculum to preserve the UNESCO-recognized intangible cultural heritage. In an open space decorated with the cultural characteristics of the Mơ Nông ethnic minority group, children excitedly learn about the cultural roots of the gong, its importance to the spiritual lives of the Central Highlands people, and its journey to become an intangible cultural heritage.
I was thrilled when I first attended a Gong class. I want to preserve our country's cultural identity.
Gongs are invaluable assets created by ethnic communities in the Central Highlands and constantly promoted and handed down between generations. As Mnong people, we must know the sounds of gongs and be responsible for preserving and passing it on.
The Gong Classes are a major endeavor by the Lý Thường Kiệt School, which recently bought a gong set worth over $1,300. With the gong set and a professional team, the school has decided to maintain regular gong classes taught by local artisans and to turn them into an optional subject.
The school wanted to establish its own gong team to teach students every academic year. Students are then expected to teach their friends in their villages.
Many artisans who know the secrets of playing the gong have unfortunately passed away, and the younger generation has little or no interest in gongs due to a strong attraction to modern life and imported culture. As such, gongs have been gradually disappearing. In addition to learning how to play, the students are also taught about a key part of their culture, which is an essential factor in preserving intangible cultural heritages among young people and the local community.
And that's a wrap up our news bulletin. Thanks for watching and see you next.